What's up guys, crazyycollectorr here, and I'm really excited to show you guys my Sacred Beast deck. Is actually one of my favorite decks of all time. It's the one that I'm playing the most right now, and yeah, it's really fun. So I want to show you my deck and then to show you some cards that I added for this deck to complete my strategies. So starting with the boss monsters, I have it right now like this. So 2 Urias, 2 Hamon, and 3 Raviel, being one of them the shimmering scraper. Not focusing. Okay, right now. Which I don't really like that much, but yeah, I just add it for the sake of it. Talking about the rest of the monsters that I have, of course, Chaos of the Summoning Beasts. I have 2 Dark Reckoning Beasts. I have 2 Dark Summoning Beasts. And then I decided to add these extra monsters. Grave Skimmer. It's because, well, it's an interesting monster. Just put it down in defense position and you can target 1 card on the field and destroy it, which is really good. It's good to have it. I like it. And I can search it with the 1-for-1 because, well, this deck uses this card a lot, so I really like it. I added 2 Phantom of Chaos because you can actually replace this effect with that monster's original effect. So what I do is, if I have, for example, a Chaos Summoning Beast or a Dark Reckoning Beast or a Dark Summoning Beast, I can just copy the effect and use it as the same card if I need it. Curie Bandit, it's just because, well, I can add 1 spell or trap card faster from my deck to my hand. And last but not least, I add this card because it's a 10-star card and it's good for XYZ summoning. Yeah, that's about it for monsters. Regarding spells, I'm running 2 Cerulean Skyfires, 2 Opening of the Spirit Gates. I'm running 2 Fallen Paradises, and I added 2 Field Barriers, which have been amazing because every time I put a Fallen Paradise, if I get this Field Barrier on my hand, I can just protect my field spell, and it becomes almost impossible to take it out of the field. Then I only have 1 allure right now available, so I added 1 allure, 1 Foolish Burial, and for 1 terraforming, but I think I will double it to 2. I still don't know. Maybe I don't, because one of the effects of the Dark Summoning Beast, it's actually you can bend the card and add 1 Fallen Paradise from your deck to your hand, and so you actually, it's the same type of effect of the terraforming, so maybe I will leave it this way. I'm using 1-for-1 right now, but probably I will use 2 of these. 1 Monster Reborn, because why not? 1 Mystical Space Typhoon, because again, why not? 1 Pot of Avarice, because I noticed that while the game progresses, you tend to have a lot of monsters in your graveyard, so this is good to just accelerate the game sometimes. I added 2 Swords of Concealing Light because they come in the deck, and yeah, why not? And 2 Dimension Fusion Destruction for the summoning of our fusion monsters. Regarding traps, I have 2 Awakening of the Sacred Beasts, which are, it's an amazing card. You can see it. If you are a fan of Sacred Beasts, you already know the effects. So the first effect, you gain life points equal to the attack of the monster that the opponent normal or special summon. If you have 2, negate the activated effects of the monsters that your opponent controls. If you have 3, any monsters sent to your opponent's graveyard are banished instead. And once per turn, if you control a level 10 monster, which probably you do quickly, you can add 1 continuous trap from your graveyard to your hand, which is very good for our monster Uria, if you want to spell it, to summon it very quickly. I have 2 Escape of the Dark World because when you banish some cards, it's good to have them back. Maybe I will turn it into 1 because I noticed that you don't need so much of these cards in your deck. I have 2 Hyperblaze. 2 Hyperblazes. I have 2 Dark Factory of more production. You can send 1 monster from your hand or fill the graveyard, draw 1 card. You can send, and you can only use this effect once per turn. I actually tend to use this a lot, and I notice it by playing it. And yeah, it's just good for if you don't have cards to play, you can just use this, and you can just recycle monsters from your hand. Sometimes this happens, and it's good to have 2. I think it's okay. 1 Call of the Hunted, similar to a Monster Reborn, so why not? And I added this just because of Uria, to have more continuous trap cards in my deck. So yeah, so why not? It's a good card, and it's a continuous trap that you can use to summon Uria. For my extra deck, what I'm running at the moment is 1 XYZ for 3 level 10 monsters, and number 9 Chaos Dyson Sphere, because, well, it was the only one for a level 10 monster that I had. 2 Armor Tile of the Chaos Phantasm, and 2 Phantasm Emperor Trilogy. But yeah, so regarding additions to your deck, what I decided is that, okay, I'm keeping the 2 Urias, I'm keeping the 2 Amons, of course, I'm removing the Shimmering Scraper because, well, I never used it almost. I'm keeping 2 Raviels, but I'm actually adding, so I can, because the Sacred Beast that I use the most, it's the Hamon, so I'm adding 1 Amon, absolutely. So 3 Hamon, 1 Raviel, and 1 Uria. It's the combination that I'm going to go for the last version of this deck. Regarding monsters, of course that you absolutely need 3 Chaos of Summoning Beasts. So I'm adding a third one. For next, I'm adding absolutely a third one for Dark Reckoning Beasts. So adding 1. Sorry guys, I'm doing this at the same time that I'm speaking. I'm actually adding the card from my pile of cards. So yeah, adding a third one. You absolutely need the third one. So yeah, this is done. This Phantom of Chaos, I still don't know if I'm going to keep this or maybe throw it away. Maybe I will keep 1 of these cards just for the sake of it, and if I need some. But then again, you don't need a lot of this, because I see that, yeah, I don't need 2 copies, I need 1 copy. So I'm removing one copy. So I'm keeping 2 dark summoning beasts because, well, it's a 5-star monster, so you don't want to have 3 of these. You want 2. So I'm keeping 2 of these. And regarding these 3 cards, I will put it in a maybe. Well, this one I like it for the XYZ, and also because you can summon your Phantasm Emperor trilogy with this card too, because you only need 3 level 10 monsters. So I'm keeping this card just to accelerate these fusions. But yeah, regarding these 2 cards, well, maybe Curry Bandit, it's going to the maybe pile or removed. This one I really like, and I'm going to add another 1-for-1 spell, so I'm going to keep this one. So looking at the rest of the cards that I had to think, another Dark Earth Summoning Beast, I don't need it. Another Uri, I don't need it. Another Raviel, I don't need it. Another Raviel Shimmering Scraper, I don't need it. So removing this. And yeah, about monsters that I was thinking to add, I got these 3. Well, we already have one of these. Maybe we don't need a second one. So removing this. This Max Reloader is actually not bad. If you destroy, you can send to the graveyard 2 cards from your hand. If this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, send 2 cards from your hand to the graveyard, and if you do, draw 2 cards. Well, maybe this is actually good, and it's a 1-star, so maybe I will add it. And Effect Wheeler, because why not? And it's a 1-star too, so it will be good when we add the second 1-for-1 spell. So I'm keeping this. About spells, I'm already running 2 Cerulean Skyfires, so I'm keeping it at 2. I don't believe that we need 3 Cerulean Skyfires, so absolutely keeping it in 2. Dimension Fusion Destruction, probably keeping at 2 also. I think you don't need 3. The Lure, of course. Well, I only have 1, but you should have 3. Fallen Paradise at 2. So we'll leave it here for now. The Field Barrier I really like, so I will keep it at 2. One Mystical Typhoon, Mystical Space Typhoon, 1 Monster Reborn, yeah, I will keep it. Maybe 1 Terraforming, I will keep it. Foolish Burial, I will keep it. This one I will keep it. And for the spells that I have to consider, I added several here. So I'm going to move this up a bit. So another Mystical Space Typhoon, maybe not. This one we don't need. We already have 2 of these, so no. This one, yes. This one we already have 2, so don't need. Don't need. Another one of these, maybe not for now. This one, yes. This one, if you have 7 or more Dark Monsters in your graveyard, banish 5. Draw 3 cards. Maybe one of these, because we have 2 traps that we can get monsters from the graveyard. We have the Escape from the Dark World, So maybe it's a good combination. So I'm putting it in the maybe pile. Terraforming, I don't think we need it. Swords, yes, we already have maybe another one. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think we need this. We don't need this. Maybe another Monster Reborn and a Dark Hole, because why not? And yeah, this we don't need it. Well, maybe another Mystical Space Typhoon. Let's see. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add one Swords of Concealing Light to our yes pile and one Swords of Revealing Light to our yes pile, and removing these Swords of Concealing Light to the no pile. About the opening of the Spirit Gates, I will leave it obviously at 3 because we really need it at 3 and it makes perfect sense to leave it at 3. I will leave it the 1-for-1 at 2 because we can use it to accelerate our plays. And for these cards, I will leave it like this for now, but I will leave it to check in the end if this makes sense. So go to the yes pile. Regarding traps, as I said, we are running, well, 2 Hyper Blaze for sure. I really like this card. 2 Awakening of the Sacred Beasts to escape from the Dark World. This one goes to the maybe, and this one goes to the maybe. This one, maybe 1, and the other goes to the no pile. So looking at the extra trap card that I had to check, this one goes to the no pile and no pile because we already have enough of these. About these 2, this could easily go into the yes because we can go at 3 with this, and the Hyper Blaze, maybe we can go at 3 because if you can actually send once per turn you can discard 1 card, add to your hand or special summon 1 Uriah, Hamon or Raviel from your graveyard, ignoring its summoning conditions. So I actually use this a lot in my game. So maybe we can have this one at 3 and this one I will keep it at 2 maybe. And these ones with 2 Monster Reborns, I don't think we need Call of the Hunted anymore. And this one was just to have more traps for Uriah, so maybe we don't need this anymore either. So regarding our extra deck, I'm running now 3 Phantasm Emperor Trilogy, 3 Chaos of Armatile the Chaos Phantasm, 1 number 9 Chaos Dyson Sphere, and yeah, of course our tokens. Now I have 3 and 3 of this. I also have a bit of an extra deck that I saved with cards that could be interesting to have. Just for the sake of it, I keep it with the deck if I want to make any changes, any quick changes. So I just counted the cards and we have a 53 card deck. I normally run decks with 50 cards. I think the balance between 40 and 60, so in the middle, 50 is what I like to play. You can have a more structured deck, you can have more strategy on it, and you can have several types of cards. So making a quick recap, so 1-star monsters, we are running these 3. this one for the XYZ, 2 dark summoning beasts, one of these because why not, 3 dark reckoning beasts, 3 cows of summoning beasts, 2 Raviel, 3 Hamon, and 2 Uriah for the monsters. For the spells, maybe this can be a little bit more organized, but the main ones, 1 for 1, 2, 3 opening of the spirit gates, 1 swords, 1 concealing, 1 swords of revealing light, 1 swords of concealing light, 1 pot, 1 foolish burial, 1 terraforming, 2 monster reborns actually, 2 mystical space typhoons, maybe I will put it into 1, 2 field barriers, 2 fallen paradise, 1 allure but should be more, 2 dimension fusion destruction, and 2 cerulean skyfires. And for the traps, we are running 3 hyper blaze because I really like the effect, 1 dark factory of more production, 2 escape from the dark dimension, and 2 awakening of the sacred beasts. And yeah, that's it for today, and I hope that you liked it, and yeah, and see you next time. Thank you, subscribe, leave a like if you like, and yeah, and see you next time. Crazy Collector signing out. Thank you.